Welcome to a guided meditation for courage on Declutter the Mind. In this practice, we'll use a simple visualization to allow us to detach and disconnect ourselves from fear that we may be holding on to. The first thing we need to do before we get into the practice is we need to stop telling ourselves a story about this fear. So whatever the reason is you're feeling it or holding on to it, let go of that story. We don't need to attach thoughts to this fear. So with that, let's find our seat. Sit on a chair or cushion on the floor with your back upright and comfortable. And now, close your eyes. Let's first start here by imagining ourselves standing on the street. Picture yourself in whatever way is easiest for you. And the location isn't important, but if it's easier, you can imagine yourself standing on the street outside of your home. And then picture yourself here holding two suitcases. In your left hand is the first suitcase, and in it is all the fear that you've built up from the past. It may be previous experiences, trauma, things from the past that leave you with a lack of confidence or leaving you with uncertainty. And then simply imagine the weight of all that accumulated fear in that first suitcase. And in the other suitcase in your right hand is all the fear you may be feeling right now, and maybe you are worried about experiencing in the future. This could be the feelings in the pit of your stomach. This could be other feelings that surround fear, such as insecurity, nervousness, and anxiety. And simply imagine all this current fear packed into this suitcase. And now just take a moment to picture yourself standing there in the street, holding these two heavy suitcases. Imagine yourself thinking about the contents in each one. So reflect on the past and how everything that's happened for us and not to us. Reflect that any trauma we experienced in the past, we don't need to identify with or make part of our identity. Reflect that we don't need to blame anyone here for all this fear we've built up or experienced in the past, not even ourselves. We can take some responsibility, but blaming isn't helpful. Reflect that we do have a choice to let go here. And then reflect on the present and future and how we can choose going forward to act and live despite the fear. To live with it if we must, and then allow it to help us build better character, develop resilience because of the fear that we live with. And we can choose to keep out anxiety, insecurity, and nervousness. And now again, picturing yourself in the street. Picture yourself raising up your left arm, holding this heavy suitcase, carrying the past fear and trauma. Consider how the past cannot be changed, and all we can do is learn from it. We can choose to become a better person from it and move on. And now standing there in the street with your left arm still raised carrying this heavy case, make a conscious decision. Do you want to drop the suitcase containing the past fear and trauma? And if so, simply drop it. Just drop it. And now picturing yourself in the street, picture yourself raising up your right arm, holding the heavy suitcase carrying the fear of the present and future. Consider how this energy is not useful to you. That any fear you may encounter in the future is just a test of your character to be a confident and active person despite it. That we can choose to let go of these feelings now and overcome fear in the future. And now standing there in the street with your right arm still raised carrying this heavy case, make a conscious decision. Do you want to drop the suitcase containing the fear of the present and future? And if so, simply drop it. Just drop it. And now, as soon as you have dropped those two suitcases, walk into your home or place where you are right now, and then imagine yourself taking your seat right where you are, plopping down, relaxed, liberated. Two weights that were bringing us down completely let go, like coming home from a long, grueling trip, just dropping the luggage and relaxing and resting in the present. And allow yourself to simply rest here and allow the mind to go where it wants for the next few moments. And now bring your mind back to the present, noticing the breath, noticing the physical sensations around you. And now open your eyes. Thanks for sitting, and may you have a courageous day. Thanks again for taking the time to practice. If you've enjoyed this practice, please be sure to like and subscribe. You can also join and become a member and receive access to courses and more. Head on over to declutterthemind.com for more and download our free iOS and Android app.